We will be looking at the quiz that we took yesterday, the exit level objective 3 quiz, in preparation for our cumulative exam, which will be on Monday. Question number 1 says, what are the coordinates of the y-intercept of the line represented by the equation 4x plus 2y equal 10? Well, we know that the y-intercept can be found in a couple of ways. One thing is by looking at our slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. In this form, m is the slope, the coefficient of x, and this constant b is the y-intercept. So, if we could solve for y, then we could see the y-intercept. Our equation, 4x plus 2y equal 10. Solving for y, we will first subtract 4x from both sides. This subtracts, leaving 2y on the left. We have 10 minus 4x. We cannot combine those like terms. We will write the x term first. Lastly, we will divide by the coefficient 2. 2 divides 2 to leave y. Negative 4x divided 2 is a negative 2x. And 10 divides 2 to leave plus 5. In the equation y equals negative 2x plus 5, the slope is negative 2 and the y-intercept is 5. This is the y-intercept, and it refers to a point. 0 for x and 5 for y. At the y-intercept, x is always 0. Number 2. Find the slope of the line identified by 4x plus 5y equal 20. Same procedure as the previous problem. We can solve for y, and slope will be the coefficient of x. Alright, solving for y, we should subtract 4x from both sides. 4x subtracts from 4x, leaving 5y in the left expression. These are unlike terms. I will write the x term first. Negative 4x plus 20. Dividing both sides by the coefficient 5. 5 divides 5 to leave y in the left expression. And here we can see this division. If you use your calculator and divide negative 4 by 5, it will return negative 4 over 5. It's also negative 0.8. Either of those are equivalent. Dividing 20 by 5, we get plus 4. In the equation, y equals negative 4 over 5x plus 4, the slope is negative 4 over 5. Slope is the coefficient of x. The y-intercept is 4. So in this case, slope is negative 4/5. H is the correct answer. The previous problem, number 1, I said what the answer was, but I did not identify it. C, number 1 is C. Number 3, we worked in class. The answer was D, a negative 2 over 3. I'll quickly review the procedure. To find the slope of a line, we need 2 points. we identified the point 1, -1, and 4, -3. From here, we have a couple ways we could find it. First, we notice the slope is indeed negative. The line's going down. That eliminates answers B and C. From there, we can use the slope formula or count rise over run. Let me do rise over run quickly. We move down and to the right. Down 2 units, so we will call that -2. To the right 3 units, that's 3. Slope, M is the letter we use to designate slope, is rise over run. The rise is an up or down movement. Run we consider to the right. In this case, we went down 2 and right 3. So it is -2 over 3. As you can see, that is D. Number 4. What are the coordinates of the x-intercept of the function graphed below? Well, the x-intercept is the point where the line crosses the x-axis. Okay. Likewise, the y-intercept is the point where the line crosses the y-axis. Well, here is our x-axis, the horizontal axis. Here is our line. The problem right here is the line is not extended enough to touch it. We can see this arrow indicates it goes on forever. So we simply need to find where does it touch it. I'm going to use a straight edge and extend the line. Alright, once we extend the line, we see that there's the x-intercept. That point appears to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 0. 4, 0. At the x-intercept, we see that the y value is 0. The intercepts always have a 0 involved in them. The x-intercept has a y value of 0. X is 4 in this case. So number 4, the correct answer is F. Number 5, what is the y-intercept of the linear function graphed below? Well, we should plot a couple of these points and then draw a line through them, and we should be able to see what the y-intercept is. One that we can eliminate in the beginning is G. This is an x-intercept. I know it's an x-intercept because y is equal to 0. At the y-intercept, x will always be 0 because at the y-intercept, we have made no left or right movement. We know at the y-intercept x must be 0, so it must be either F, H, or J. Crossing off G. We're going to graph these points, but I'm going to see if I can demonstrate how we might find this without graphing it. Look at our change here. It goes from -6 to -3, from -3 to 2. Well, hopefully you can tell somewhere between -3 and 2, this is a straight line. It would have crossed over an x value of 0. So somewhere in between these two numbers would be the y-intercept. Y-intercept lies in here. Since between -3 and 2, we cross over an x value of 0, and the x value of 0 gives us the y-intercept, the y-intercept must be between 3.4 and negative 0.6. So looking at these values, 1 appears to be a possibility. Negative 1 is not. It's outside of that. So is negative 1.25. Both of these numbers are less than negative 0.6. So it must be f. This value 1 is the only y value between these two. Alright, let's see if we can now graph this. To graph a line, all I need is 2 points. I'm going to choose, well, let's choose these two we have here. Negative 3 goes to 3.4. Taking effort to stay on the line when I draw my grid. I'm graphing negative 3 pairs with 3.4. And I'm graphing 2 pairs with negative 0.6. Alright. Negative 1, 2, 3, and then 3.4. 1, 2, 3, and 0.4 would be just slightly less than half. 2 and negative 0.6. 1, 2, and then negative a little bit more right there. Again, using a straight edge to plot these points, to draw a line through these points, I should say. Now we can graphically see where the y-intercept is. The y-intercept is where the line crosses the y-axis. That's that point right there. And sure enough, it appears to be 0, 1. That's the y-intercept. And that's what we saw by looking at our table. The answer on number 5 is F. Number 6. What are the coordinates of the x-intercept of the equation? Negative 3y equals 8 minus 2x. We did this one in class, but we know at the x-intercept that y will be 0. At the intercepts, there's always a 0. So I'm going to take 0 and substitute it for y. Negative 3, substituting 0 in place of y, equals 8 minus 2x. Multiplying gives 0. We have 8 minus 2x. Solving for x, we will subtract 8 on both sides. This subtracts and leaves a negative 2x on the right. 0 minus 8 is a negative 8. Dividing by negative 2 on both sides. We have that x is 4. This is the x value. The y value is 0. So the point 4, 0 is the x-intercept. Alright, we will finish the remainder of the problems on part 2 of the video.